Dinosaurs by Jane Warner Watson. Pictures by William J. Rutherford. Long ago, long before the days of men, huge creatures called dinosaurs ruled the earth. We can study only their bones today. Where did they come from? Where did they go? That is the story we wish to know. In those long ago days on earth, the land was sunny and warm and green. The oceans were full of shelled creatures and fish. Along the shores in fresh water, amphibians lived, young ones in the water, grown-ups on land, as amphibians do today. But the only creatures who lived all their lives on land in those days were reptiles. Some of these reptiles ate fish. Some ate eggs. Some ate plants. Some ate meat. There was plenty to eat for all in those days, so the reptiles grew and grew and grew. Some of them walked on their hind feet. They grew long, strong hind legs, and in front they had short, grasping claws. They shook the earth like thunder when they moved. They were the dinosaurs. Their family name is saurs, meaning lizard. They were something like our lizards of today. Dino means terrible, and some of them were terrible indeed. There was Plateosaurus, first of the giants. He was huge, but not terrible. He ate green growing plants. There was 30-foot Allosaurus. He ate other dinosaurs. There was Stegosaurus, who wore heavy, spiny plates. They must have been a burden to him. There was Brontosaurus, who was 70 feet long, from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. His tail was so far from his tiny brain that he had a separate sort of brain back there to tell his hind legs what to do. Slow-moving Diplodocus was sometimes longer still. They both weighed so much they liked to stand in swamps where water helped hold up their weight. They were so big and they got so hungry that they had to munch at green plants all day long. There was Brachiosaurus, biggest of all. He weighed as much as 50 tons, but he couldn't run. He couldn't fight. When he was frightened, he just hid his head. The king of the giants was Tyrannosaurus Rex. A bloodthirsty monster he was. He was 50 feet long, and his 6-inch teeth were sharp as sabers. He could eat a huge meal. The other creatures needed protection to be safe from the Tyrannosaurus Rex and his like. Some wore coats of armor covered with spikes and studs. Ankylosaurus was one of these. Some wore bony helmets with sharp horns. Triceratops wore one of those. Some had tails like clubs of bone. Some had mouths like duckbills, full of thousands of teeth. Some grew long legs. They learned to run fast. Ostrich-like Struthiomimus was one. Some, like Pteranodon, learned to fly. Others, like plesiosaur and mosasaur and ichthyosaur, took to the sea and swam. Some learned to run, and some to swim, and some to fly. But not one was intelligent. Their brains were very, very small. Maybe that was the reason for what happened. What happened was this. As the years went by, all those creatures disappeared. Giant Brontosaurus, the thunder lizard, taller than many trees, 50-foot-long Tyrannosaurus rex, bigger than many houses, and all the rest of them vanished away. Today, the only reptiles that remain are turtles in their tough and bony shells, small scaly lizards that live on land and look like toy dinosaurs, big-jawed lizard-like crocodiles and alligators in warm swamps, and long, legless snakes that slither about. What became of the dinosaurs? Were the winters too cold or the summers too hot? Was there not enough food for them? No one knows for sure why the giant reptiles disappeared. Only their bones and their tracks in rocks tell us where they lived long ago in the days of dinosaurs. Make sure to follow along and subscribe for more.